With the current swims, I mean, it's really hard to get away, so I just, you always got to get out really quick and get yourself in position, so I got myself into second pretty quick and then just was content to just stay there. I didn't think anything was going to happen. And then the bike, yeah, was really tactical. It was a battle. Those guys were throwing the kitchen sink at me with the tacks, trying everything they could to get rid of me, and I was just taking it one at a time and trying to cover each move, and fortunately I was able to do it. Trevor was able to ride up to us, really impressive ride, and yeah, he pushed me on the run. I mean, we were flying, and I was like, this seems nuts, what like we're on pace to do, but that's what it takes, you know, it's a battle. There's no easy wins anymore these days. Like, it's every race you got to pull so much out of yourself. So yeah, really special to get a run that fast. That's been a big goal of mine. So now I guess 106 is the new mark I'm aiming for. Yeah.
Came out of the water about 2 minutes down and just started going to work on the bike. My legs were feeling pretty good, and I just decided to go to town, and I just started repping it about 30 minutes into the bike with another gentleman, I think Kent Peterson. And you know, I knew if it was my race of the year, I was going to die trying, catching up or not. My race, I was never going to have a shot, so I gave myself a shot and basically biked as if there was no run, basically the Lionel Sanders mentality. And I knew he had the bike course record of like 2:03. I think I went 2:01, so I got it. So that was a big motivation. So yeah, just biking really hard, and then just gave it what I had in the run. And Jason's obviously one of the best runners in the world, and so I just kind of tried to focus on myself and make sure I didn't cramp up on the side of the road, and yeah, just gave it all I had. It was a great day.
Solid day. Anytime you get on the podium, you can't be too disappointed, and that marks my 4th podium for the year, so just good consistency. Just keep knocking them out, and so, you know, my goal was to win, and you know, anytime you don't achieve the A goal, it's kind of like, you think about what you could do different, but I do know I tried everything that I possibly could. So yeah, I knew the swim was going to be pretty bunchy, and then yeah, got on that bike, and I kept attacking, and I just couldn't make any break stick. It was just too, it was too tough to, you know, the guys were just too strong to, you know, and they were responding to all of my attacks, and then it really came together. And I've been injured for pretty much the last 8 weeks, so I barely run. And so to run 112 off that, you know, I knew I wasn't going to be able to touch the likes of Jason and Trevor, you know, with their run pedigree, but a 112 off pretty much no running, I'm hopeful that that can be a nice stepping stone to the last few races of the year.
The swim was good. I was surprised to have a little trail behind me, but I think it went really well. I'm happy with it. And it was really fun to work together with two or three other women on the bike. I've never really had the cat and mouse experience before, but I think it really helped off because I was able to save some effort for the run, and I guess it paid off because that's the best run I've ever done in a 70.3, so I'm super happy with it.
Didi Greisbauer was out on the run first, 52 years young. What do you think to this?
I mean, I think that just goes to show how this sport, you can do it for so long. And I mean, she blew by me on the bike, and I just look at her and I go, holy crap. So I think, I mean, it was so much fun to see her crush the bike and then to encourage each other on the run when we passed each other, and she did awesome.
Yeah, so on the swim, I tried to stay on Grace's feet all day. Last week in Dallas, she was on my feet the entire way, and I decided, actually, I'll stick with her, and I'm sure she'll set a good pace. We didn't break away that much because it was downstream and a bit of a quick swim. So a couple of girls caught us quite early onto the bike. Basically, it was just the gap that I couldn't close all day. It was varying between 100 meters and 400 meters, and I just couldn't close it. She was so strong. I think when you come out of T2, it's important not to get too carried away and make sure you are checking the pace, you know which pace you can hold, play your own game, and then slowly the gap went down and down to Didi. We went past her, but again, that gap to Grace never disappeared.
I was second to last out of the water, which is pretty much my usual. So I went from 11th to 5th on the bike and ran myself into 3rd place today. It was a really shocking day. I kind of finally did what I knew I could do on the bike and run. Every time I picked somebody off, I just was looking for the next person, getting excited. Oh, I'm in 9th, I'm in 8th, I'm in 7th. Wow, I'm in 5th. So yeah, I just kept moving forward knowing that, you know, if I'm feeling bad, everybody else is feeling worse because I'm a pretty strong biker and a runner, although I don't swim well. So it was one of those days where everything really just came together, finally. Yeah, it was a good race for me.
What's the feeling like going from like your days as a pro bowler into amateur triathlon.
To all these professional athletes, this is even harder because you got 4 disciplines that you got to train, and you can't neglect anything. So the fact that you have to really hone in on that really takes it to a whole nother degree, and you can't stop. I kept telling people, we get to do this. We get to do this. We're blessed to do this. 38, I think around 38 minutes, running smooth, coming through there, got the transition. It felt like my Super Bowl, like I told you. It felt like I made it. And once I got on the bike, I think I crushed the bike. I mean, that was my best there. But I was thinking once we got to the end, I got to save a little bit for the run, and I caught a cramp about 11 miles. And after that, it was so much support, so many people yelling, it was just simply amazing. That feeling coming across that carpet, I've seen it on TV, I've seen it on videos, but to actually experience that, I almost wanted to fall out and just sit there like, hey, we made it. We made it. It was unbelievable.
How was the birthday race today?
You know, it was not bad. I had a kind of a really bad swim, but I ended up with really good legs on the bike. I thought maybe I was getting myself into trouble, but I just felt really good, so I just kept going with it. And I mean, I know I fell to 5th on the run, but for me, I actually ran pretty well, so I have no complaints. Like I said, 70.3 is not my jam. So to be able to compete and be in the mix with these young women it's amazing. And I had so much support out there, and just really enjoyed being 52. Like, it's a thing, you know, like I'm still racing and I'm 52, and I'm really proud of that.